Network. It has not been a happy holiday for the Super Bowl champion Rams. They won't make the playoffs, and now they may not see Aaron Donald again this season. Head coach Sean McVay says his All-Pro is unlikely to play in the final 3 games due to an ankle injury. Green Bay's Elton Jenkins is now the second highest paid guard in the NFL after he agreed to a 4-year, $68 million extension, and Browns right tackle Jack Conklin getting $60 million over 4 years on his new deal. Well, don't expect a war of words Sunday when Mike McDaniel faces off with his friend, Green Bay head coach Matt LaFleur. The Dolphins head coach called LaFleur a, quote, great person, a great football mind, and one of the most attractive head coaches in the history of the league. But both McDaniel and his handsome adversary have some left tackle injury issues. Miami's Teron Armstead is questionable to play, while the Packers' David Bakhtiari is doubtful. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
My dog was scratching and shedding like crazy around the house. When I heard about Dinovite Nutritional Supplement, I thought, why not? Couldn't hurt. We literally tried everything else. Our dog quickly took to it, and after a couple of weeks of adding Dinovite to his food, we noticed a big difference. Our little Gizmo's coat was shinier, and he almost completely stopped shedding and itching. I'm so glad I tried Dinovite.
My dog smelled so bad and scratched herself constantly. We bathed, sprayed, and bathed her again, but no results. And then I heard about Dinovite supplements for gut health, and all of the reviews sounded just like my Bella. After just 2 weeks, she had major improvements with the smell, and no more scratching or dragging her stomach across the carpet, and her coat is more beautiful than ever.
Get 10% off your next order of Dinovite nutritional supplements for dogs at Dinovite.com.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dinovite.
We are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO, El Centro, California. Ah, yes, Christmas Eve. It's a most wonderful time of year. And the boss gave everybody the same wonderful Christmas gift this year. Yeah, a pair of odor eaters with the station logo on them. Yeah, just what some of us needed. Yeah, Christmas Eve. Are you ready? Are you going to venture out? You going to try and go near a store? Good luck with that one, okay? Yeah, not going to happen. Coming up, we've got birthdays to celebrate, so stick around. And we are approaching the end of the year. Yeah, well, I know we need to, make it through Christmas to begin with, but the end of the year is approaching, so let's take a look back.
KXO Radio, a look back at the year that was. A year in your ear.
2022 saw the loss of the longest reigning monarch in British history. Queen Elizabeth II died at age 96. Mikhail Gorbachev, who steered the Soviet breakup and received the Nobel Peace Prize, died after a long illness. Madeleine Albright was the first woman to serve as U.S. Secretary of State.
It is an honor to represent the United States at this historic meeting.
A big loss for country music in 2022, Loretta Lynn, Naomi Judd, and Jerry Lee Lewis.
Well, I was born a coal miner's daughter. Mama, he's crazy.
Restless. We also lost Taylor Hawkins of the Foo Fighters, rapper Coolio, and singers Olivia Newton-John and Irene Cara. In sports, Vin Scully called him as he saw him.
Sandy into his windup. Here's the pitch.
We also said goodbye to 11-time NBA champ Bill Russell. Hollywood bid farewell to pioneering actor Sidney Poitier.
They call me Mr. Tibbs.
And then there was legendary stage and screen actress Angela Lansbury.
I'm Jessica Fletcher.
Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
A year in your ear.
From KXO Radio.
And, we'll be looking back at the year 2020 as we approach the end of the year. How about some birthdays? We can do that. Our big shot birthdays, actor Sharon Farrell is 76. Actor Grand L. Bush is 67. Actor Stephanie Hodge, 66. And let's see, who else? Actor Mark Valley, 58. Actor Diedrich Bader is 56. Actor Amaury Nolasco, 52. Ricky Martin is 51. And let's see, actor Michael Raymond James, 45. Actor Austin Stowell, 38. Actor Sophia Black-D'Elia is 31. And, singer Louis Tomlinson, formerly with One Direction, is 31. Local birthdays coming up.
The magic of Christmas.
It's our 24-hour gift to you, the magic of Christmas. An Imperial Valley tradition on AM 1230. The magic of Christmas captures the feeling of this special time of year. The magic of Christmas, beginning at noon Christmas Eve and continuing through noon Christmas Day. Presented by
Burgers and Beer, Imperial Valley Resource Management Agency, Aiton Gas, El Serapi Restaurant, Imperial Valley Drug-Free Coalition, and the UPS Store.
Join us on AM 1230 and feel the magic of Christmas.
The magic of Christmas.
Let's celebrate our Christmas Eve and Christmas Day birthdays. Happy birthday, Christmas Eve, Alejandro Alvarado, Conchita Alvarez, Cristina Verdugo, Ana Ramos, Alfredo Carrera, Phil Crum, Richard Cook, Estela Carrillo, Francis Samarifa, Helena Gundez, Maggie Goltra, Giovanna Barrera, Ellen Underwood. And happy birthday, Christmas Day, Angie Arvizu, Evelyn McGee, Edward Kwan, Rudy Tamayo, Don Sampson, Jesse Garcia, Christina Totten, Jesus Morquecho, Michelle Rogers, Carlos Manduano, Martha Arce, and Nancy Vega. Happy birthday from Kxo. And many happy returns, of course. So, what else is going? Oh, yeah, I did mention somewhere along the way it is Christmas Eve, right? And I especially want to thank the listener who sent us the delightful fruitcake. Yeah, it was perfect to use as a doorstop. Yeah. Okay, are you ready for Christmas? Okay. Well, and I should point out, Midnight Mass is at midnight tonight at Our Lady of Guadalupe Church in El Centro. I just thought I'd pass that along. Yeah. I understand there is a midnight mass at Saints Peter and Paul Episcopal Church in El Centro as well. That one I have not verified, but just thought I'd pass that along. Yeah, unusual, midnight mass at midnight. I remember growing up, I sang in the choir, and we always sang at midnight mass. Some of us could actually even stay awake. Let's get into the news. We're going to open up with a look at World and California news headlines right now, brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal, your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News Brief. Thousands of flights are canceled and major highways shut down because of blizzard conditions across the country. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear says just stay home.
You can get frostbite, 20 to 30 minutes of exposure. It is too dangerous to be outside today.
This woman is at Denver International Airport, but she's from Alaska, so she's used to the cold.
It's an inconvenience, but I think the one thing to remember is you're doing it to be with family, and you're pretty lucky to be able to fly and have those resources.
Members of Congress flying home for the holidays after passing a government funding bill. CBS's Major Garrett with some of what's in it.
The package includes $45 billion in emergency aid to Ukraine and bans the social media app TikTok on government-issued devices. President Biden has said he will sign the legislation.
Oh, and the bill also averted a government shutdown. No small matter. CBS News Brief. I'm Linda Kenyon.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning Airconditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
Is dealing with horrendous cold weather. There is one section of the country watching it all unfold. ABC's Alex Stone is in Los Angeles.
The Midwest and East are dealing with record low temperatures, wind and snow, ice in the Pacific Northwest, heavy rain moving into Northern California, thunderstorms in Florida. But here in Southern California, not to brag, but the Christmas forecast is 80 degrees and sunny. It's in the mid to upper 70s already. The one concern, dry, warm Santa Ana winds are expected, which always cause fire worries, but otherwise it's a complete opposite to everywhere else in the country.
A 26-year-old woman is fighting for her life after being shot in the head while driving on the 101 freeway in the San Fernando Valley. Police think Ronnie Newt may have been the victim of road rage. A strong weather system is expected to bring up to 2 inches of rain to the Bay Area Tuesday and Wednesday, and Disneyland is offering a $185 dessert shot, a drink served in a cookie cup. Mike Salceda, California Headline News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. From the Lock family to your family, Merry Christmas.
In the front, we'll take out that tree, install a new fence.
You're gonna call 811, right?
Isn't that just for excavators?
No, dude. Calling 811 is for excavators, homeowners, contractors, anyone. Natural gas lines and other utilities can be buried anywhere. Call 811 2 working days before any digging project to get all underground lines marked for free.
Thanks, deep-voiced narrator.
You're welcome, dude. Brought to you by Southwest Gas.
This winter, spread joy, not germs. As soon as you feel symptoms, test it, treat it, you can beat it. COVID medications like the Paxlovid pill can help you test negative sooner. Call a healthcare provider or the statewide COVID hotline at 833-422-4255 to find free treatment today. Again, that's 833-422-4255. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
And it's page one of the local news. Page one is a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations to serve you. At El Centro Motors in the Brawley Auto Center and at the Imperial Valley Mall. And don't forget about their mobile service. They come to you. Well, don't expect a white Christmas in the Imperial Valley. While much of the nation is struggling with paralyzing winter storms, the Imperial Valley will have tranquil weather. That, according to the National Weather Service. Expect high temperatures in the 75 to 80 degree range through Tuesday. Overnight lows expected in the mid-40s. By Monday night, there may be copious amounts of moisture coming off the Pacific Ocean. That will bring clouds and a chance of showers by Tuesday night. That will continue through the rest of the week. By the way, midnight mass at midnight at St. Mary's Church in El Centro. The Pope called and corrected me. Yeah, midnight mass at St. Mary's in El Centro at midnight. And the California Highway Patrol investigating a 4-vehicle accident. It occurred shortly before 6 o'clock this morning at the 4th Avenue Bridge in Winter Haven. No injuries in that accident. And in other news, El Centro Regional Medical Center has named a new chief nursing officer. Suzanne Martinez is now the new chief nursing officer for the El Centro Hospital, a longtime member of the ECRMC nursing staff. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers are here for you. Lube, oil, and filter change, alignments, brakes, batteries, tune-ups, and so much more. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. And now, Quick Lane has 3 locations in the Valley. In the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, at El Centro Motors, and now at the Imperial Valley Mall. Quick Lane, ready to serve. Well, there'll be a groundbreaking ceremony for a new El Centro Park. It's a dog park. The ceremony will be held Thursday at 10 a.m. in the 600 block of Park Avenue, adjacent to the Brett Driscoll Sidewinder Skate Park. The new dog park will have an area for smaller dogs and another for larger dogs. The total cost of the project, $900,000. Phil and Elise Heal donated $500,000 to construct the dog park. The remaining funds are from the city's Measure P funds. Additional donors are welcome. And if you haven't noticed, the holiday weekend is underway. For some, a 3-day weekend. Others made it a 4-day weekend. City of El Centro employees had a 3.5-day weekend. They got a half day yesterday and will be closed on Monday. City of Imperial took off Friday and will be off again Monday, as does Imperial County. The Imperial Irrigation District offices will make it a 3-day weekend, with their offices being closed on Monday. And a reminder, the California Highway Patrol, it's a maximum enforcement period underway and running through Monday. The CHP, Holiday Enforcement, puts as many officers as possible on the roadways, patrolling for impaired drivers and making sure the highways are safe for all of us. That's page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations to serve you. By the way, Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
It's the final days of the Ford Shine Bright sales event. The holidays are almost over, but you still have time to shine with great offers on select Ford vehicles, like the Ford F-150 truck and Ford Explorer SUV. Now get 1.9% APR for 60 months, plus $1,000 bonus cash on a 2022 Ford F-150 or Explorer. New inventory is arriving daily, so you can drive one home for the holidays. Let Ford help you share your life this holiday season. But hurry, these offers end January 3rd. See your San Diego County Ford dealers today and shine bright with Ford. Not all models, trends, or features may be available or may be subject to change. 1.9% APR for 60 months plus $1,000 retail bonus cash available on 2022 Ford F-150 and 2022 Ford Explorer models only. Not all buyers will qualify for Ford credit financing. 1.9% APR financing for 60 months at $1,748 per month per $1,000 financed regardless of down payment. Bonus cash includes $1,000 retail bonus cash. Residency restrictions apply. For all offers, take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by 1/3/2023. See dealer for qualifications and complete details.
And page 2 of the local news with weather, brought to you by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. Good news, the city of Imperial says that Laboratory Road is about to reopen. The city says the project that started in late August and caused the closure of the roadway between Treashill and Ayton Roads will be completed by Friday, December 30th. The original estimated end date was in late November. Work underway includes a wider asphalt roadway, additional street lights, storm drain system, new concrete curb, gutters, and sidewalks, and several other improvements. Again, the laboratory expected to reopen between Treashill and Ayton by Friday the 30th. And the bipartisan fiscal 2023 omnibus spending bill approved by the House of Representatives includes $1.2 million for IID's MECA and North Shore Energy Infrastructure Resiliency Project. The funds, according to IID Board President Alex Cardenas, will go to improving the resiliency of our energy grid in remote areas, and that's been a priority for IID. And with the support of our federal partners, we're now able to proceed with initiating the project. And a Yuma, Arizona contractor was convicted of insurance fraud by a Phoenix federal grand jury. Israel Milan III, 40, of Yuma, was found guilty on one count of conspiracy to commit fraud 8 counts of wire fraud, 2 counts of mail fraud, and 4 counts of money laundering. Milan's charges were related to several insurance fraud schemes that occurred in Yuma between 2018 and 2020. The schemes included staging vehicle accidents as well as deliberately flooding residences and then submitting fraudulent claims to insurance companies. Milan was a general contractor, made the claims to collect insurance proceeds. He will be sentenced in February of 2023. And again, Midnight Mass is at St. Mary's in El Centro. Hey, the Pope made sure that I got that right. KXO News Time is 7:48.
Not just at Christmas, not just when it's convenient, not just when you remember. All year long, Imperial Valley Food Bank is feeding the hungry because hunger is a year-round problem. Help the Imperial Valley Food Bank be the solution. Visit ivfoodbank.org. Be part of the solution.
The National Weather Service says the desert Southwest will remain the quieter part of the continental U.S. weather-wise going through the holiday weekend. Expect temperatures to continue to trend warmer over the next several days as high pressure builds and remains anchored over the area. The next weather system that will most likely bring moisture to the area remains on track for Wednesday and Thursday next week. 71 our high yesterday, 43 the overnight low. Sunny today with a high near 76. Calm wind becoming north-northwest about 5 miles an hour this afternoon. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 48. West wind about 5 miles an hour. Christmas Day will be sunny with a high near 78. West-southwest wind about 5 miles an hour. 47 degrees downtown, 57% relative humidity. The wind is out of the west-southwest at about 3 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news and the weather brought to you by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. Become a hunger warrior. Contact the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
What if the music stopped? If the familiar voices were silenced? If there were no breaking news updates? What if your companion and connection to your community came with a monthly fee? Don't worry, we're free local radio with you wherever you go, celebrating 100 years and looking forward to the next 100. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
And right now, we've got to look at the world of sports. Yeah. Well, we can update what's going on around the world in sports. And NBA action yesterday. The Magic beat up on the Spurs. It was 133 to 113. 76ers over the Clippers, 119-114. Hawks hammered the Pistons, 130-105. Celtics topped the Timberwolves 121-109. Nets 118, Bucks 100. Raptors 118, Cavaliers 107. Bulls nipped the Knicks 118-117. Pacers topped the Heat 111-108. Mavericks over the Rockets 112-106. In overtime, Pelicans beat the Thunder 128-125. Nuggets topped the Trailblazers 120-107. Grizzlies ran past the Suns 125-100. Wizards whipped the Kings 125-111. And the Hornets, they beat the Lakers 134 to 130. We've got more coming up.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
Well, NFL football action, lots of action today. It will be the Falcons at the Ravens, the Lions at the Panthers, the Bills at the Bears, the Saints at the Browns, Seahawks at the Chiefs. Yeah, pretty much that's the way it will roll. And we've got the Raiders and the Steelers at 4:30 this afternoon, that game on FM 107.5. Elsewhere, taking a look at baseball, Dave Dombrowski added another piece to the Philadelphia Phillies roster. The Phillies and right-hander Craig Kimbrell agreed to a one-year, $10 million contract pending a physical. Kimbrell, who will turn 35 in May, ranks 7th on the all-time saves list. And, if he picks up 6 more, he joins the 400 save club. And the Toronto Blue Jays did some last-minute shopping. The Blue Jays added outfielder Dalton Varsho from the Diamondbacks. It cost them catcher Gabriel Moreno and outfielder Lourdes Gurriel. The move gives the Blue Jays a lefty-hitting outfielder, something that they have been lacking. And what will the Dodgers do with Trevor Bauer? Bauer's 324-game suspension has been reduced to 194 games by an independent arbitrator. Bauer eligible to return to baseball immediately after the arbitrator applied credit for the time he was on the restricted list in the second half of 2021. So the Dodgers with a big decision. That's it for Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Health Care System. Pioneers. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Health Care System. It's the Ford end-of-the-year clearance, and El Centro Motors has the deals on brand-new Ford trucks and SUVs. You know, you can't beat the interest rates as low as 1.9% on select vehicles, factory incentives, and, of course, El Centro Motors deals. The selection is finally approaching pre-pandemic levels, and there are more truckloads of brand-new Ford F-150s, Explorers, Edges, Broncos, and Bronco Sports on the way. Take advantage of Ford's year-end clearance sale prices now at El Centro Motors. And remember, if you don't see Mike first, he can't save you any money. It's just that easy. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. Well, good news on inflation. The Fed's favorite gauge shows price increases are moderating. The trend is clear. Inflation is cooling off in America. The Federal Reserve's preferred measurement of inflation showed price increases continue to moderate in November, providing yet another welcome indication that the period of painfully high prices has peaked. The Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index, or PCE, rose 5.5% in November from a year earlier, the Commerce Department reported. That's lower than in October. In November alone, prices rose just 0.1% from the previous month. Core PCE, which excludes the volatile food and energy categories, was up 4.7% annually and 0.2% on a monthly basis, matching expectations of economists. Meanwhile, the parent company of TikTok, ByteDance, has fired 4 employees who improperly accessed the personal data of 2 journalists on the platform. TikTok user data from the two journalists who worked for the Financial Times and BuzzFeed was accessed while ByteDance employees were investigating potential employee leaks to the press, according to the company. The personal data accessed from the journalists' accounts included IP addresses, and IP addresses provide information about a user's location. The individuals involved misused their authority to obtain access to TikTok user data, said TikTok CEO Kxo Chu in an email to employees, adding that an excerpt of the email reviewed by CNN said, "This is unacceptable."
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. P.O. Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
We will have sunny skies today with a high near 76. Light wind becoming north-northwest about 5 miles an hour this afternoon. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 48. West wind about 5 miles an hour. Christmas Day will be sunny with a high near 78. West-southwest wind about 5 miles an hour. And we have 48 degrees downtown El Centro, 56% our relative humidity. Wind out of the west-southwest at about 3 to 5 miles an hour. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services, offering 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil, El Centro.
At Burgers and Beer, Christmas is one of the most important times of the year for us. It's a time for us to stop and give thanks for our blessings and celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. Let the spirit of love gently fill our hearts and homes. In this loveliest of seasons, may you find many reasons for happiness. Wishing you and your family health, happiness, peace, and prosperity this holiday season and in the coming new year. From your Burgers and Beer family.
Merry Christmas from AM 1230, KXO, El Centro.
CBS News brought to you by the Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation. Remember, it's all here.
CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage.
I'm Linda Kenyon in Washington. On this Christmas Eve, hundreds of thousands of Americans are hoping to make it home for the holidays, but the weather isn't cooperating. CBS's Bradley Blackburn has the latest.
From Maine to New York City, the storm has brought coastal flooding. I haven't seen it this bad since Sandy. New York's governor has declared a state of emergency as bitterly cold temperatures move in.
This is a life-threatening, dangerous event. Protect yourselves, protect your families. Do not travel.
Power outages, airline cancellations, and icy roads are expected to continue through the weekend. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Rich Otto with the National Weather Service says no part of the country is being spared from these harsh conditions.
The cold is kind of stretching from the northern and central plains through the Great Lakes into the Northeast, and then as far south as the Gulf Coast, Texas, and Florida.
It is cold in El Paso, Texas, where many migrants are sleeping in the streets, but many of them very grateful for the help they're receiving from warm-hearted residents in the area.
It was tough. It was very tough. There's a lot of good people. Many come during the night and give us a lot of help.
We're thankful because they're looking at our situation and giving their 100%.
The House has voted mostly along party lines to pass a $1.7 trillion spending bill that will fund the government through September. CBS's Dana Jacobson with some details about what's in the bill.
The measure includes more than $770 billion in domestic spending, $858 billion for the military, and nearly $45 billion for Ukraine and NATO allies. It also includes a revision of election law that aims to prevent any future president or presidential candidates from trying to overturn an election.
Americans are pulling back on their spending this holiday season.
People definitely buying only for need and not buying for want, as evidenced by new car sales being down almost 2 million cars this year, and especially new car sales being down during the last 30 to 60 days.
Bert Flickinger is a retail analyst with the Strategic Resource Group. Russian shells have killed 5 people in the southern Ukrainian city of Kherson. Ukrainian President Zelensky has posted photos of the destruction. Russian forces abandoned Kherson last month, but have unleashed an onslaught of artillery fire, missiles, shelling, and drone attacks since early October. Many of those attacks have targeted energy infrastructure in a bid to cut power during the freezing winter. This is CBS News.
Presented by Rocket Mortgage. Whether you're looking to purchase a new home or refinance yours, Rocket Mortgage can help you get there. For home loan solutions that fit your life, Rocket can.
Mornings were made for better things than rheumatoid arthritis or RA. Xeljanz tofacitinib is a pill for adults with moderate to severe RA when tumor necrosis factor blockers did not work well or could not be tolerated. Xeljanz can help relieve joint pain, swelling, and help stop further joint damage. Xeljanz can lower your ability to fight infections. Don't start if you have one. Before and during treatment, your doctor should check for infections like TB and do blood tests. Serious, sometimes fatal infections, cancers including lymphoma and lung, blood clots, serious heart-related events, tears in the stomach or intestines, and allergic reactions have happened. People 50 and older with heart disease risk factors have an increased risk of death. Tell your doctor if you've had hepatitis B or C, have flu-like symptoms, are prone to infections, or have ever had a heart attack, stroke, clot, or other heart problems, or swelling of lips, tongue, throat, or hives. Ask your doctor about prescription Xeljanz. Visit Xeljanz.com or call 1-844-XELJANZ.
If oversized bow sales are any indication, there won't be as many big-ticket items under the Christmas tree this weekend.
Dreaming about your partner summoning you out to the driveway for a big surprise? Forget it. Sales have tanked this holiday season at companies that make massively oversized bows to sit on car hoods and roofs. The owner of king-size bows in Costa Mesa, California, tells the Wall Street Journal orders from dealerships and individual consumers were down 35% over last year. J.D. Power says bow session is consistent with overall trends in the auto industry. It projects car sales in the U.S. down by almost 1 million over last year because of high prices and supply chain holdups. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Could inflation be easing? The Commerce Department says consumer prices rose 5.5% in November. That's down from a revised 6.1% in October. Linda Kenyon, CBS News.
Attention all.
Imperial Valley Business Resource Center is a one-stop shop for business development. We provide a complete roadmap to success for startups, entrepreneurs, and small to medium-sized businesses. Our in-house services include startup assistance, workforce development, manufacturing assistance, site selection, access to capital, accounting, cash flow management, permitting assistance, government contracting, international trade, incentive analysis, and more. Contact IVBRC today at 760-353-8332 or visit ivbrc.org to get started.
CBS News, a service of the Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation. It's all here.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
He's looking for a microphone. He looks all confused. And I think if he ever gets a microphone, we'll be able to talk to him because he's waving his arms. There's been something gone wrong here for just an instant.
AM 1230 KXO.
1230 KXO.